WB, ladies and gentlemen, we have TSL Polt against Liquid HerO for a show match series. This is the best out of 7 $500 prize pool show match that we're going to be witnessing. Right now, Polt is up 2-0. We're going to head into our third game to see these players duke it out for that prize money. So we are moving on over to Antigua Shipyard, where Liquid HerO is down 2-0. How are you feeling right now, Sheth? Is everything okay?
Well, I'm feeling fine. I'm quite happy, but I think it's definitely been looking very well for Polt. He has builds that he's been playing micro macro very well, and made very good decision making. HerO has had a few sloppy decisions, I think, so we'll just have to see how it plays out. Maybe Antigua is a better map for him. I know this was the map that he actually ended up beating Puma on at DreamHack, so we'll just have to see if he can take the game off Polt as well.
Now, just for everybody, this map is the GSL version. So you can see in the middle of the map there are no gold expansions. Instead, it's replaced by 8 mineral patches, and 2 Vespene geysers still stay there. So a little things to note, that's the only adjustment. Of course, the supply depots and only cross position. So that makes it pretty nice and fair and balanced, like Fox News.
Yep, I really like the supply depot thing. It's something that every tournament should use. I find no reason not to. It just removes the kind of little pylon wall, bunker wall you can do. Makes the game a lot better, I think.
Although the pylon wall, bunker wall, it's kind of been nerfed, right? Since that drone drill exists?
I believe on some map. Oh, the drone drill. Actually, that only works on certain maps very well. Yeah, like it's kind of not as easy as you'd think it would be.
Oh, gotcha.
And it can still mess up sometimes. So, well, yes, it has been somewhat nerfed by that. It's also map dependent, and to be honest, I don't know which maps it works and which it doesn't completely, because no one does it anymore.
Gotcha.
Because of the supply depots. Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. So we'll take a look at their builds. The openings that you can do on this map are pretty much endless. This is one of the more standard maps. I think this has successfully replaced maps like Metalopolis, Shattered Temple, as being one of the, the go-to maps that is going to basically give you standard play.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. And Polt's doing a different build here. I think that's pretty interesting. He's going for gas first, or not gas first, but gas after the barracks. So not going to be just a 1 barracks expansion.
Oh, look at that reactor.
Yep.
So right now, showing that reactor, what it basically does is says, I can go 1-1-1, or I could do 2 racks, or I could do a reactor expansion. And right now, what's important is that we watch how many SCVs are on this gas, and we can already see that. It will be some sort of tech, probably a 1-1-1 on this map since refinery is coming up. Now, there's tons of ways to get to the 1-1-1. The most common way is probably some sort of Banshee opening, where it's either cloaked or non-cloaked Banshee.
I see. Very interesting. Yep, I definitely feel like that's going to be the case. I don't know if that's the best decision to do on this map, especially with HerO kind of being able to figure out that there's no expansion coming up, and even seeing, I believe, the reactor, like we said. I'm not sure if that's quite the best choice, but it'll be interesting to see if HerO can defend it.
Nice little depot wall stopping that probe from coming in, as opposed to his opponent. Now, HerO instead is going for a fast nexus, so he's doing the same thing that we've seen time and time again. What's important is Polt did see that there's no fast second gas, so again, the amount of variations that can exist are either fast expansion or 4-gate. Those are the main 2 options. He could go for like a delayed tech, but doing like a really late second gas normally isn't a good way to go about it. The builds are pretty much well thought out to the point where Polt really shouldn't be defending against anything like Void Rays or something like that, just because his build is going to be robust enough.
Yep, it'll be very interesting to see what happens.
Oh!
Wow.
Stalker needs to be so careful. 2 more shots, and oh my gosh! HerO,
crazy.
No.
Poor Stalker. But either way, he knows there's a lot of Marines coming. He is trying to take this expansion, so I feel like he just needs to be very defensive. I almost think this could be a mistake. I'm not completely sure, as I'm not the expert at defending 1-1-1, but I feel like if Polt just kind of almost continues to pressure with just those Marines even, he could possibly deny this expansion. I'm not quite sure. As HerO does have 3 warp-ins, so probably not.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be able to deny it. The 3 warp-ins, the power of the warp gates, you can see a lot of chrono boost being saved up on that particular Nexus. What is very scary is this Cloak Banshee and the fact that there's no robotics facility. Actually, Twilight Council. Oh no! Twilight Council is being put down.
That is going to be a shame, especially because HerO probably won't even see the Banshee until it's almost at the base. However, we'll have to see. Yep, HerO is just even using those stalkers to just kind of check around for anything hidden, and HerO's making a proxy pylon. So yeah, for sure, it's looking bad as this cloak is about to finish, and this Banshee can really do a ton of damage.
Yep. And this is so bad. The stalkers are actually up in front. But go ahead. What were you saying, Sheth?
Oh, I was just going to say this can definitely end the game.
Yeah. Basically,
Polt has gambled and said, I hope there's no observer facility. If there is, I'm probably a bit behind. And HerO, on the other hand, has gambled and said, I really don't think he's going to get Cloak. If he does, I'll just lose. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a GG fairly soon.
Yeah. This is like basically well, it's a free win with the power of this Banshee. Thankfully for HerO, though, Polt actually did not go any more Cloak Banshees. He actually went directly for the Raven instead. But still, what does he have to deal with this one Cloak Banshee? He has to wait for the robotics facility and then an observer. It's actually going to be the Banshee is going to run out of energy before that actually happens. And in this time, look at that, 11 kills, 12 kills. I'm expecting at least 20 kills on this one Banshee. And that's going to be all in probes. That's absolutely ridiculous. Guardian Shield goes up. But it doesn't really affect anything because they deal 20 damage to the probes. Well, 24 in total, but with the Guardian Shield, it would be 20.
Yep, I would say a 22 kill Banshee is probably a good trade.
Yeah.
Not completely sure though.
350 minerals, 200 or 300 gas. Not a bad trade for 22 probes for sure. And
just crazy. Just too strong, that Banshee, man.
Strong, man. Too strong. But here we go. There's the 1-1-1 push out. And it looks like 2 tanks and a ton of SCVs are coming as well. And what we're going to see is rallied Banshees, because the Banshees are going to offer a lot of DPS as long as he can keep these Banshees alive, which I'm almost positive he will be able to. With the power of that Raven, he will be invincible, because going just mass Stalkers against a mass Marine composition, you just cannot defend it. HerO looking like this is going to be his last breath. I don't really see him defending this at all.
Well, I guess the way he could have possibly defended it was if he went for a counter, delayed Polt's army for a very, very long time in moving out, and used the fact that he has a second expansion to do something. But yeah, at this point in the game, with the army already here, the tanks sieged up, there's really nothing HerO can do.
Nice little blink goes down, but the PDD actually drops, and those Stalkers feel so out of place. The Banshee is going to clean up the remaining 2 Stalkers in the back there, and HerO is going to be forced all the way back. So that PDD, what a clutch PDD. Now looks like these SCVs are just going to repair up and make sure that these siege tanks never die. That's going to be it. GG. HerO is going to tap out. And that's a 3-0 lead right now for TSL Polt. What a crazy, crazy advantage, Sheth.
Yeah, definitely. It's looking good for Polt, bad for HerO, but it's been actually a lot closer games than the series would denote, I feel. Polt has definitely looked very, very in control for sure, though.
Yeah, and all he needs is one more win to actually seal the deal. It's kind of unfortunate. That was more so a build order win right there for HerO. Now, let me explain real quick what HerO is doing with that Twilight Council. What he wanted to do was just shut down any sort of really, really fast drops or 1-1-1 just straight up. He wasn't really expecting the cloak, because it's the point where it's like, okay, I know you have the capacity to do cloak, me being the Protoss. So you know that I know that you can do cloak. So you're not going to get cloak just based on that. It's a little coin flippy, but if his opponent, if Polt didn't go cloak, that Blink Stalker play would have been the best way to deal with the 1-1-1. You can control the map completely, just keep backing up. You can kite the units time and time again, and you'll have just a great job. But unfortunately for him, he did end up losing that in that little coin flip there. and Polt is going to take the third game. We're going to move over into the fourth game in a little bit. Everybody stay tuned. We'll be back after this break.